Hello everyone, my name is Patrick Eiermann. I'm 24 years old and I'm the CEO and founder of Azinove. So I'm just gonna go through how I became, how I came here as an exchange student and how I become an entrepreneur and how Bahrain become, as I can say now, my home. So for me, it's not just building a life, not just a business in Bahrain. Is a whole lot. It was a whole lot of process. So, so when I started as a student, I wasn't really like a really great student, to be honest. I was sleeping in class, a lot of small things. So, but still, I believed in myself, and I went to university in Strasbourg, and and I started working hard on myself. So, and after the fourth year of Epitech, you have to go to a foreign country. And I remember I had a friend there called Mohammed. He told me, yeah, why don't you go to Bahrain? I have been there and it's good. And I was like, Bahrain? I mean, I slept in class, so I wasn't really good in geography. But okay, I made my research and I made it my first choice. I was very curious about it. It's a small country, a lot of innovation, so why not? And so I came to Ahliauniversity. And to be honest, I was very surprised. Bahrain is small, quiet, and feels like home. And I didn't know what to expect. So I did my year there. Had a lot of opportunity. And yeah, and after I came back, finished my study in Paris, and I started working in Luxembourg. And I mean, I'm not meant to work for somebody, so I asked myself a lot of questions, okay? And since I already started my company when I was 18, and it went very slow until you really like make it, let's say that. And so I was like, okay, why not shift? Please. So you always have this, how is it called? The questioning, you know? You always doubt about yourself. I'm not ready, I need more money first, what if I fail? And I don't know anyone here. But this is what was actually really great. So you are in this messy middle. So when you do a company, you know, it's always complicated. You work late nights, and I had three things at the same time. I was how we call it, Uber Eat, like Talabat, but in France. And after I changed to military, while I was studying, and I had my company at the same time, so really sleeping time wasn't really there. So I focused more on then trying to build the image, trying to build a company. So I was working late night. I got a lot of proposals rejected because, I mean, when you're new, it's difficult to come into the market and to show to potential customers that you are different from each other is very complicated. And I don't come from a lot of wealth, so I was wondering, what about the next rent? So, and sometimes I didn't sleep, and I was like, oh, I'm doubting, like 3 a.m. cannot sleep. What about this? What about that? So this is what became. So when I came to Ahliya, this is where the part I was very surprised. So of course you go to a university to study, but I don't see not only that way. You go to university because university have contact, they give you opportunities, they give you a lot of things. I mean, I come from a farm. It's not like only cows, so you don't see a lot of opportunity there. So when I came here, professors were very nice. I started networking. They put me in contact with, I remember, Saudi people, where I get my first Saudi client. And actually, you're very lucky because in Bahrain, you are very welcoming for entrepreneurs. Even me as a foreigner, like I'm somebody who travels a lot. So I went to 8 different countries last year. I travel a lot, and when I come to Bahrain, every time when I'm landing, even before I land, I'm very happy, like because I feel like home. So there are like opportunities I never expected. So why Bahrain? I call it my home, okay? Because you have very a vibrant culture that inspires, okay? I never knew about the Arab culture before, okay? And it's amazing to see from somebody who comes from France to see a small country like that, like evolve so fast. I see new buildings coming up from everywhere. This is really amazing, honestly. I mean, from my side. And the people here are just very nice, very kind, and very welcoming. So this is really something great. So it was something that I was never expected. So you have really a community that belong. So yeah, so this was actually the first picture I got from Ahliya. Okay, is when we were with the exchange student, Ahliya brought. They have this exchange partnership with Epitech, so that's really great. Even I had 178 country. If I had to do the choice again, I would actually choose Bahrain and Ahliya. So this is what my company does. So when I founded my company, you know, when you create a company, you always have to ask yourself what problem I am solving. Okay, so that's really important because if you don't solve a real problem, then people are not going to buy it, right? So what my company does, we externalize IT departments, okay? So for example, you are a startup, you need some help, but you want to focus on your main business, selling, marketing, other part. And most of, especially nowadays with AI and everything, everything is digital and it's really complex to build something that not only brings you to the next step, but really that people are going to buy your product. So, and there are, let's say 6 months ago, okay, I got contacted by an airline. I'm going to see an airline. Okay, that's really crazy. And I want to thanks to, I'll just give a thanks to Tomislav. Okay, Tomislav Lang, he's the CEO of an airline who trusted me. He came to me 6 months ago with a crazy idea, something with planes, with AI. It was really like something that I never expected. And he was choosing a company who do the project. And he trusted me. I went to Croatia. And now is, after 4 years, is now when everything started. I started growing my team. I opened an office in Bahrain. So now I have 2 offices, one in France and one in Bahrain, so I can expand worldwide. We are now in 10 countries. And we work in so many different fields. I mean, six months ago, it just expanded. So now we are in airlines, in Croatia and Germany. We are in finance in Germany. We are in radiology in Switzerland. We now do even getting customers in Bahrain for example, interior design or sovereign building management. We even do recruitment softwares for how that called for Luxembourg companies. It is something that is really growing. And you know what's really crazy about it? That in the morning I wake up and I'm gonna learn. I have a lot of meetings a day. In the morning I can talk about finance. In the afternoon I can talk about recruitment. And after I go into airplanes. So every day I learn something new. This is really like a blessing. So this is what we do. So for example, when a company comes, there are different parts, okay? You always have to consider like you have custom softwares because we make everything custom. We try to use as less possible than third parties. We do AI, machine learning, not only like OpenAI, ChatGPT. Everybody thinks that AI nowadays is ChatGPT, but is actually not true. AI can be used in so many different fields, and when you make it custom and specially designed for that field, it can have great use. For example, when I helped Tommy, you know, in airlines, you always have the difficulty about operations and everything. So he asked me, yeah, is it possible to create an AI that facilitates the operation of an airline? And I said, yeah, I can work on that. Yeah, for sure. And we did it now. And this is like, I'm really proud of myself. And I can say people are booking plane tickets because of the platform I built for them. Like people are flying right now. And this is like something really amazing. And same, but you have different aspects that we cover too. Cybersecurity, cloud, and mobile. All these different fields. So really the businesses focus on selling, improving the product, and we are partnering. So this was the problems that I was solving. Especially when you're a startup, you doesn't have a lot of money. So you go to see a service provider. So you do like a sheet, I want this. But actually version 1 never really corresponds to what you expected. Because idea is great, but you have to see if the market approves it. So there's always changes. So what we do, we go on the long term. We do partnership with them. It's like having an external CTO and a whole team of seniors behind it who really say, okay, yeah, because very easy. I can just say, yeah, okay, do it, pay me, and it will be done. But the customer is not happy because his success will be my success. So we are partnering with them and we're telling them, yeah, you don't need this right now. Focus on that. We see on the KPIs, on the graphs, yeah, this would be the best thing to choose. So your success is our success too. Excuse me. And we are getting more and more. We're getting, for example, in healthcare and wellness, now in restaurants. Yesterday I just had a call. Finance and digital payments. We are getting in more countries. I even started getting clients from Brazil. So we are in 10 countries now. So it's really like in 6 months, if you really focus and really work hard every day, don't sleep a lot, but should sleep, you can really start making it. And you are building something, and that's what's really beautiful about entrepreneurship. Actually, I'm really proud of myself, what I try to accomplish. And when I see the customers that are really happy because I brought them to the next step, this is a blessing. So yeah, so if I have just one thing to say, okay, from everything I learned, doubting is not a problem. Actually, it's good. Okay, you should doubt about every decision. Don't overthink too much because you're not going to sleep a lot. But start before you're ready. Okay, what I mean with that, you don't need to be perfect. Okay, entrepreneurship is always about doing mistakes, doing errors. Sometimes your client not going to be happy. It happens, but you have to learn. It's not a problem losing a client. Okay, it happens. That's life, But especially me, when I travel a lot and I meet all different peoples, and this is one other thing great about entrepreneurship, is I always trusted my God and me. Okay, this is something really important. And tomorrow, I never know what is going to be the next day, but I know I'm going to learn something new, and I know it's going to be something amazing. Thank you very much.